grant procedure. However, some of it won't be these are all compliant with the SEA anyway, so that's all going to be taken care of. But like, you will get covered for your solar grants, you will get covered for your heat pump grants, and then obviously the other grants that you may be able to get as well through the scheme. All right.
Who looks after all the grant paperwork? Is it ourselves? Do we have to apply for that ourselves, or do you?
No, if you're doing through the builder. If you're doing your solar
panels really.
Looking at upgrading.
Yeah, if you're upgrading, again on here, like, I mean, if you're doing your own, I mean, like, on the heat pump side of things, once you get a technical assessment done, then you notify us. We can do a declaration of works. You send a copy of us, and then we can sort of take care of that, and we also can take care of the grant side of it as well. What's done, there may be an additional administration fee on that, but the solar, again, we look after all that as well.
Just to touch on that briefly, the solar is the most straightforwardest grant that you can apply for. You go online and you put in the company's ID number, so ours is 16225. You put in the company's name and address, who's doing your solar for you. SEA will issue you, say, you have your grant, you've 8 months to complete works. That's fine. Pass that to us, we book you in, we do the work, that's fine. On the heat pump side of things, it's the same thing applying. You apply for the grant, you put in the ID number of the company that you're using, apply for the grant. They'll say then you need to get a technical assessment. So a technical assessment, shall you are a MICA or a retrofit, it's like an MOT in your car. It'll tell you where you need to do the upgrades. So then you do the upgrades, shall it be whenever you're doing the new build, you've been on triple glazed, you'll be doing all the insulation, your house will be up with a nice standard anyways. So then you do all that. We have about that much paperwork and doors here to do for the grant that we have to take care of. We have a full-time girl here dealing with the heat pump grants, full-time girl here dealing with the solar grants. So the girl does the heat pump grants. She has to compile all the information in your house, do heat loss calculations. There's a serious amount of work on it, but you'll get your €6,500 at the end of it all. So we facilitate and take care of them, but you have to apply for it because of GDPR and all that. But you will have to have a BER assessor involved in your house for all the grants. Shall it be a MICA rebuild or a retrofit? New houses get no grants.
And is the BER that we would have got 15 years ago stand?
It won't stand because it's a certificate there for your house to say that you have X, Y, and Z fitted in your house.
But if they go ahead with the retrofit of a heat pump, they'll have to still do the technical assessment.
Yeah.
That's the way. Yeah.
Do you supply EV chargers as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, that wasn't on the thing. We do. So that's the grants. Any other questions on the grants there or anything, or? Not so bad. So that's the solar heat pump grants, and look, and then we as a company, we just try to make it all work for you. Really, that's what it boils down to. Do you know what I mean? You know, and as Chris said, pointed out at the very start, if we can get on board early days, it makes life easier for us and for yourselves. A lot easier through the whole process, and it does save, actually potentially can save a good bit of money, because if something changes midway and we only get involved halfway through or nearly near the end, and a whole pile of stuff might have to change, and that's costing you money. Do you know what I mean? You know, so that's where it boils down to. So yeah, that's sort of the steps there of the grants: online application, the declaration form, installation and commissioning, and then it all has to be certified, obviously, and the final BER cert issued, and the grant application submission. I mean, that's just sort of the process. All right. But again, a good bit of information is in your pack also. All right. Whether it be individually applied for or the one-stop shop. I mean, it's the same thing.
So, are there any advantages or disadvantages from applying individually or going through a...
For MICA houses?
Yeah.
I think you have no option now but to do it one-stop with the MICA houses.
Okay.
I don't think there's an option now.
It's
done.
More grants.
Yeah, but you get more grants. But I think you. Aye. Aye, but also for the SCA now as well, for the MICA houses, you have to have one contractor. Do you know what I mean? And it all ends up going through him, so it's really a one-stop shop, really. Do you know what I mean? You know, now, as far as I know, it's moved that way. It's changed over the last year or so, whereas people were taking it upon themselves, but now SCA have come to the realisation that they want to work with one person. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of through that. And a lot of the times,
Sorry, the building contractor does it?
well, the building contractor will have an SCA, a BR guy on board with them, and that's who does it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? That's kind of the way it's, I think it's been.
Your contractor has to be registered.
Yeah, right.
Yes, absolutely, yeah, absolutely,
To
yeah.
get a grant.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Any other questions relating to anything, heat pumps or solar, or maybe everybody just wants a cup of tea? I couldn't hear that. No, that's grand, folks. Look, as I say, look, even you have any other questions, look, Johnny's floating about, Niall will be here, Christy's there, and myself, do you mean? Look, you all can go in next door as well there, into the showroom, into the product room there, to see some of the heat pumps, the Eddy, the panels. I mean, have a look around and get used to the sizes and stuff. And look, Aisling here will help us with any more tea and stuff like as well. All right. All right. Thanks very much, guys. All right. Thank you. No worries. I know.